back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, back.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. Kate Scott, Brock Heward up here in the booth, everybody. Honored to bring you this Super Bowl. And might we see a little history here tonight, partner? One side on the verge of their first Lombardi trophy. But to win it, they've got to go through somebody who knows what it takes. They have been to the mountaintop before.
And we all know that narrative can be a blessing, but also a curse. They enter this game with a different type of momentum. A team without a title on the verge of finally achieving it. But with that momentum, sure comes the weight of pressure and expectations. What is that sideline feeling? We'll be watching it. Can't wait to bring it to you. And handling that pressure will be an enormous key.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. And you're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risks and an aggressive mindset that reflects all the stakes of each and every game.
That's Cup. This is Addison. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
The Vikings first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Jones trying the left side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, 3. Let's go now. Check up.
Staying on the ground here with Jones. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Cut out left. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Let's go. 7 Cardinal, 7.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Certainly not the amount of points they wanted when they began this drive, and certainly when they got in the scoring territory, but it's always nice to look up in the Super Bowl and have a lead.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 39.
On second, he's going through, but he lost the football. But the Broncos will get it back. Whoa, heads-up play to recover that one. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Running by his back, Dobbins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's a 3rd down to give to Harvey. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that 5 yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up. Going for it with Harvey. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
Almost set. Ready.
We'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he gets him on 6 there. Dallas Turner there to bring him down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
They ran that screen perfectly. Interception! Byron Murphy picks it. He's going to bring this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Minnesota touchdown.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings go up 10-zip here in the first.
Broncos nothing.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. He's going to show calm. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. here, and this is Dobbins. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Get to Harvey here from the pistol. It's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you could live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. 3rd and long for him here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. He's going to bring this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Minnesota touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough 2nd pick 6 to watch.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. He's getting on the ground here with Dobbins. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Nix from the gun. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Man, he has already been burned twice in this opening half, Brock, and that probably should have been the trifecta, just avoiding his 3rd interception.
Now, he's going to have to look in the mirror and make some serious adjustments here, because that 3rd pick, if he keeps making these kind of decisions, that 3rd pick's a coming. He cannot be this careless with the football.
And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 17-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up.
At the 25-yard line.
Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down, going to wind up losing yards on this play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing again, here's Nix. Looking slant route, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. We'll cuts, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with the give to Jones. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Breaks a tackle. He's still going. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for Pat Bryant on that throw, and it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed to his running back. They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stop there by the 4th-year ball hawk coming off his 1st All-Pro nomination, Derek Stingley Jr.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Handoff headed right. It's Harvey. Now 1st down only gets about a yard here. The defender there to force him out. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Trapping with the ground. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you've got a 1st down here. They got the interference call on third down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. They'll run here following the penalty. He's not able to escape. His own read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Brings up second and 12. At the 25.
Quick on the drop here to Dobbins. Second down run, good for 4. That brings up third down. This will bring us to the 2-minute warning. And it's the Broncos. Needing 8 on third down. Air it out on third. He has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. One after tries goodbye lots. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. This will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. McCarthy looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Completed over the middle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find paydirt.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, the rough showing both individually and collectively continues with this run game. The fumble earlier and now totally stuffed on that one.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First down.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. The middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that first down mark.
He'll get them enough for a first down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Again, right side to Dobbins. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Crawley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Rodgers. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
79 Broncos, 65, 19 Lions.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. This is caught inside the 15. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Dialing up a receiver screen. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings will add to their lead at the end of the half. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Here's Nix to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
If this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Nix now to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. On first down, it's Nix. On the move, headed right. He's running with it, and he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the Broncos Broncos take their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7. Well, while we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more of a kitty cat effort there.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Harvey headed right. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield onto their own side. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Last play sent him back across midfield here, 2nd and long. Dobbins trying the right side. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. Has room down the left sideline. 30. Hits the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he has it right there midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Running this with Dobbins. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. One back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
That's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Broncos first down.
Running it again with Dobbins. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down. To the air on third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up fourth down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
On the return, here's Rodgers. A little revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back. First and 10 now from the 30. Even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
10. Panther 6. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions.
Here he goes, third and long. Cut and stride by Addison. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
The Vikings first down.
Right there, hurt. Hey, check that. Hawk, set, hey.
Running right, this is Jones. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 18.
Broncos 27.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
One finds his man, Ingram. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Bombers.
1st and 10.
Once more, it's Nix. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Oh, I said.
This will give here to Dobbins. Still has some space inside the 35. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Going after to try his goodbye lots. And the Broncos make it an 11-point ball game.
Broncos 34.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Rodgers. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Giving around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Go! Top 79 Broncos. 7-5, 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That'll be caught. Here's Ty Chandler. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go. 19, go.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. Robbed for the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. The Vikings. So close so many times. Have the lead here late, and a 1st title in sight. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Out to his right, and it's a screen. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Okay, ready?
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throw here, 3rd down. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, not the only position that can make that look routine. Team fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
They'll give left side to Jones. The next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Go! Cowboy 80, Cougar 19, Buffalo 18.
They've got a man in motion. Now McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. No run here. It's Mason. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good Starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Big play pushes them beyond midfield. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Offense in the hurry up here. Nix with it on first. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
This finds Franklin. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos make it an 11-point ball game.
Broncos 41.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Tag. Streak 19. Roll. Check go.
They give to Jones, right side. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Vikings up by 11. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Panther Street. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Hey, that's.
Jones once more. And that one doesn't give him much, even maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Come on. 60 Eagle.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Offense is set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
This is Jones on the handoff. picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Staying on the ground with Jones. He's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's third down now. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go now.
Third down, here's Jones. Makes the tackle. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a first and goal. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They'll run here with Jones. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Another try for Jones. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just 1 yard on the gain, so now it's going to be third and goal from the 8.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee, let the celebration begin. And in their 5th try, the state of Minnesota can finally celebrate. The Vikings are Super Bowl champions.